Hey everyone, it's April 12th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Henri Landru, a French serial killer who murdered 11 women and children in Paris while World War I raged on. And that is him right over there. Landru was born into a strict Catholic family in 1869 and was raised in Paris, serving as an altar boy in the local church. He met his future wife in the church, and the two had a child out of wedlock just as he left for mandatory service in the French army in 1891. This was in between the First and Second Mandingo Wars, so he avoided being sent overseas, and when his term ended, Landru returned to Paris and married the mother of his child. They had three more children together, but he also fathered a child by his cousin. Landru turned to fraud to support his family, pretending to be an inventor of miraculous gadgets and obtaining funding to produce them. But he would skip town with the money, never actually making anything. He would have loved Kickstarter. He rarely saw his family since he was on the run from the police, and he was caught in 1904, being sentenced to 2 years in prison for his crimes. Landru ran his biggest scam ever in 1914, stealing an amount that would be about $10 million in today's money from investors in an automobile factory that he never built. He assumed a new identity and moved 50 kilometers north of Paris with a woman and her teenage son. When she discovered his true identity in late 1914, she and her son disappeared, which kicked off Landru's murder spree. France had just joined the war against Germany, and Landru sensed an opportunity. In early 1915, he placed an ad in the Lonely Hearts section of a Parisian newspaper stating, "Widower with 2 children, aged 43, with comfortable income, serious and moving in good society, desires to meet widow with a view to matrimony." With most eligible bachelors away at the front and many newfound widows in Paris due to the First World War, there were plenty of responses. Landru would entice women to come to his home, seduce them, gain access to their assets, then kill, dismember, and burn them in his oven. He was corresponding with so many women and using so many aliases that he had to keep notes to keep his story straight. The Tinder swindler was an amateur in comparison. Between 1915 and 1919, he killed at least 11 victims, but evidence uncovered 100 years later indicates that he may have killed as many as 72. In 1919, the sisters of one of his victims was able to convince the police to investigate, and they rounded up Landru and charged him with embezzlement. No bodies were found because he had burned them all, but they found enough circumstantial evidence to tie him to 11 missing persons. Landru was convicted of 11 counts of murder in 1921 and executed by guillotine. He was nicknamed Bluebeard by the French press due to the similarities between his story and that of the murderous Mother Goose tale from 1697. His story has been the inspiration for numerous films and books, including Charlie Chaplin's Monsieur Verdoux, and you can see Landru's severed head on display at the Museum of Death in Hollywood, California. If this is your birthday, I hope you had a great day, and leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Henri Landru, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.